I bet you've never heard of an armored catfish.
Sure, you might be familiar with this kind of catfish, but the catfish I'm talking about today is an entirely different species of fish. The armored catfish comes from a family group of plecofish that have sucker mouths. A small armored catfish can grow up to 24 inches in length and weigh up to 3 pounds. Native to tropical South America and Central America, this fish found its way into the state of Florida in the 1950s due to the aquarium trade. In home aquariums, these fish are used to clean the bottom of the tank for algae buildup. A clear distinction between this kind of catfish and your standard redtail is that the armored catfish has rows of bony plates covering almost all of their body, leaving their bellies bare.
So, they have armor everywhere. Makes sense since they're the armored catfish. Like a little fish with knight's armor on. Just put a suit of armor on that fish. I don't know, I thought that sounded pretty funny.
There's nothing funny about this fish though. In the wild, the armored catfish will live in any slow-moving stream, canal, pond, or lake, and are frequently found along shorelines and in shallow waters, where they make burrows to spawn eggs. Like previously mentioned, the armored catfish will munch on algae, but they will also eat water fleas, worms, insect larvae, crickets, dead minnows, and small bait from the casual fishermen.
So half of that stuff probably sounded good to you, huh, Toffee?
West Munian swamp water.
Toffee, why are you hiding today? Are you trying to go to bed? Can't go to bed yet, we're busy filming.
While that munching on algae is great for home tanks, in large populations it creates a huge issue in the wild. Eating too much wild algae and creating small burrows can erode shorelines and devastate underwater plant life. And the population of these bottom munchers in the wild has skyrocketed, mostly due to the fish growing large and being released from home tanks into the natural rivers. Unfortunately, these fish are experts at reproducing, being able to lay 500 eggs at a time and can live up to 7 to 15 years. And if that wasn't enough, on top of its hard scales, it's capable of surviving outside of the water for up to 4 hours, making this invasive species difficult to maintain. Can you imagine that? You're a fish! You're supposed to stay in the water! But no, armored catfish doesn't care about what we think. It just hangs out above the water anyway. Such an odd creature. So what do you do when you've got an adorable but invasive fish species? Well, you try to eat it. No, you heard me correctly there. I'm gonna even repeat that last clip so you know you heard me right.
You try to eat it.
Armored catfish are edible and apparently very tasty. In non-native areas, fishermen are encouraged to catch these fish to try and reduce the population. And who can resist a tasty fish sandwich? This is not the way I expected these facts to go, but now I'm really hungry for a fish sandwich. So I'm going to end things here. If you get this fish as a pet, please do not release it into the wild. And if you love to fish and are in an area with invasive armored catfish, it's time for a fresh, tasty meal. I wonder if we live in an area with invasive armored catfish. If you enjoyed hearing about this unusual kind of fish, put a pause up and press that like button. And stay tuned for more future animal facts and other fun videos. Now, goodbye. I wasn't sure how to end this. I was about to say until next time, but I said goodbye, and the two kind of melded together in a weird way. What do you think, Toffee?
Don't worry. We can take advantage of this opportunity.
Ugh, you're never helpful.